What's up, guys? Day Trade Knockouts here. I got another video for you. So it's gonna be a short one today. I don't really got too much to talk about. There's plenty of topics I wanted to go over, but it's something that I've been trying to implement in my own strategy right now. So as I mentioned in the previous video that I just did, I'm saying that I'm gonna be looking for more. I'm gonna be looking at three different charts from now on a daily basis, intraday to be looking for setups. And oh, sorry guys, hold on. And mainly, what I wanted to take into consideration is that with this new style of trading, it has been giving me a lot more setups that are possible. It's been giving me a lot more opportunities to enter setups. So one of the problems that I just realized that I occurred today was sometimes when there's more potential, you tend to justify setups that are low quality that you shouldn't have been in the first place. And that's something that I did today that did cost me a little bit of a drawdown. I'm still green on the month slightly. However, this is progress in the direction of what I'm trying to do, and I'm trying to sharpen up my craft so that I can take into consideration when there's differences between flexible, more flexible trades where it's more like, hey, this isn't exactly picture perfect what you were looking for. However, this is a valid setup to take. You just have to be a little more flexible. It's more like an artistic, creative, like the part of your brain that's a little bit more creative, and you have to implement that with trading. And then there's others where it's like everything's in alignment. It's logical, more set in stone, a lot less creative, and more textbook kind of. Then in situations like that, you have to adjust depending on what the market gives you on that day. And it's not as flexible in that situation. It's more set in stone. Like, okay, we got the specific setup I was looking for. Take it, higher probabilities. It's more statistical in that scenario. And one thing I want to take into consideration is a rule that I made up, and I call it the woman flexible set in stone rule. And the reason I call it the woman flexible set in stone rule is because I've heard countless other literature and other traders on YouTube mention that the market can be, there's parts of it that's artistic, creative, and it's almost like trying to figure out what a woman wants in a scenario. No offense to any of my viewers, I'm just saying that's typically that's something that I have heard from other traders. And if you're offended by that, sorry, I'm funny. But seriously though, guys, what I wanted to take into consideration is the fact that just like when a guy's trying to figure out what a woman wants in that way, you can't figure out and know exactly what the market is trying to do. You know, sometimes you'll be missing trades, missing setups. Like, wow, if only I had a setup and a strategy in alignment with that way. But sometimes you got to adjust depending on what the market gives you, and you got to go with the fly, and you got to flow with it. Okay. It's kind of like when you're on a date with a woman. It's like you're kind of figuring out exactly what it is she likes, what she wants, so you can feel more compatible. You can give her the story that she wants. You're kind of using that scenario with this right here. And you're kind of using that type of mindset, that type of skill set. It's a little bit different because this is the market, but it's like in the realm of what it is I'm trying to cover with this topic. And this rule basically just states that if I'm going to take a trade that requires more flexibility and is more on the creative side, um, basically I can take that trade as long as it's high quality, and what determines if it's high quality is if it does not violate any of these rules. And these rules specifically state the picky pressure rule. And what the picky pressure rule is, that there's just no signs of a lack of follow through, or there's no climactic bars in the way of where I want to take a trade, because in those scenarios you have to wait for, if it's a bearish climactic trade, you have to wait for a lower high below that, and the same vice versa in a bullish trade. um and the picky hammer and doji rule. So basically, I want to make sure that I have my entry based off of a hammer or a doji rule. And if it's a bullish trade that I'm looking, it has to be a bullish doji or hammer. And if it's a bearish trade I'm looking, it has to be a bearish doji or hammer. The SPY QQQ inverse rule. So basically, what that states is if I'm taking a trade on SPY, make sure that the SPY and the QQQ aren't acting as divergent. Make sure that they're going in alignment with together. Um, Anytime I am looking to just capitalize on a little scalp move after a losing streak or something like that, make sure I don't take more than three trades and just look for a little win that's equal to about one regular size loser. Don't violate the QQQ Microsoft Delta rule, which basically states that when it comes to that, um, we do not want to take any more. We don't want to take. I'm going to be tending to take trades that are more out of the money whenever I trade QQQ or Microsoft, due to the fact that those tend to have more of a farther and wider stop loss. So I'm taking that into consideration. And lastly, make sure I don't take more than three trades max on the day, anyways. So, guys, that's what I got to say with this video. Let me know what you think about it, and just hope the best for you guys. So stay safe, stay green. They trade knockouts out. Peace.